Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the tip of the iceberg. I just finished this beat. It's definitely like very simple. Like when I say the tip of the iceberg, guys, this is so simple for me. Come over here and show y'all. Hold on. Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard my spaceship. This is the spaceship. This is my podcast. I am Ivy. You are the viewer. And today we're going to talk about honesty. Okay. So, first things first order of business. A little moment for this calm little beat. Like, it's cute. It's definitely different than last week. It's not drag enough for me. You don't tell me if it's drag enough for you. That's not the question. But if you're asking me, it's not drag enough for me yet, but this is gorgeous. So, today's goal of this video is not to exceed over 30 minutes. Please, editing is Santee. Did I accomplish that goal? We'll see. A bit more randomish, less planned than my last video, but yeah. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I think the last video is sitting at like 100 views or close to. Can I take a moment to like actually thank every single person who watched the last video, who interacted with it, even if it was just for a quick second, even if it was just taking a look. Thank you so much. I think some fans were talking about how I was late. I'm sorry. I will be on more time. Hopefully this is out by Sunday on time so you guys can tune in on time how you guys want to. My apologies. I took a little bit more time with last video because the editing took one out of me. It was a week late. I'm sorry, guys. I will do better. Mwah. Honesty. It's a noun. The quality of being honest. Quote, they spoke with convincing honesty about their fears. I mean, that kind of doesn't really define what honest means. So if we were to search honest, definition, we would get honest, adjective, free of deceit and untruthfulness, sincere. Quote, I haven't been totally honest with you. Think of this video as in you've just enrolled or gotten accepted into Honest University. Welcome. Admission is free because we all know you can't afford it. Neither could I. College is expensive. Do you struggle with telling the truth? Do you happen to be surrounded by liars? Are you the liar that people don't want to be surrounded by? Lucky for you, welcome to Honesty University, where we take the lie out of you. So, let's start off with why. Why be honest? Why is being truthful something we should care about? Let me go into, I guess, like my opinion first and then we can go into the actual, I guess, facts, statistics as to what lying, both when you do it and when you experience it, how it affects you, and so on and so forth. My relationship with honesty started at a very young age. I have a very, very core memory of my father giving me a book called Honesty. It was a short little tiny book. I don't know if I'll find a photo, we'll see. But a short book basically talking about how honesty is good, how honesty is something that makes you feel better, how it doesn't feel good to lie. It was kind of the point. And I remember the universe tested my morals that day, because back then as a kid I struggled to finish my food all the way. I was a kid who would waste food. Yes, it was bad, but I love to eat now, so it's not a problem anymore. Before, I literally would just like waste a plate. My dad could not stand it. I remember he took me to my cousin's house and all my cousins are eating. I'm the last one at the table as usual. And one of I'll consider him like an uncle. He comes in and he was like, you done with your food? He doesn't know, my dad doesn't play the whole not wasting food thing. So I was like, yeah. And he throws it out for me. And so I was like, whoa, I didn't throw out the food. So you know what I'm saying? Time goes by, I get up from the table, finish playing with my cousins. Day goes great, I'm free. So go into the car. I'm in the car with my father now, it's quiet. And randomly, he asks, did you finish your food? My heart sank to my ass, because I didn't, and I knew, but then I was gonna lie, because in my head, He wasn't there in the kitchen. I didn't know where he was. He's probably like talking to the other like dads or somewhere else. He wasn't in the kitchen. How could he know? You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna lie and just be like, yeah, I finished my food and just let the day go, you know? But then I thought about the book. Like a coming of age movie. I sat in the passenger seat of my dad's car and I thought of that book I just read earlier, Honesty. And I told him the truth. I said, Dad, no, I didn't finish my food. It got thrown away. And I explained to him. And he took a like a sigh, like a, like a sigh. And then nothing happened. I didn't get in trouble for wasting food. I didn't get a lecture. I didn't get nothing. He was just like, okay. It definitely wasn't like comfortable. It was just kind of like, dang, I know I was supposed to finish my food. This was something it'd been been something I was like supposed to work on, like finishing my food. And also I was a kid. I wasn't being given that much food. On an actual nutritional level, I needed to eat everything I was being given because I was really I was a small kid. But also, wasting food's bad. So I told the truth and I will never forget. It really wasn't that bad. And ever since then, I thought about honesty in a very like kind of different way when it came to my personal life. I could talk more about, I guess, my relationship with honesty as like lessons taught. That's very important. We all have our own personal relationship with how we are honest with people, with ourselves, etc., etc. But there's also how we were taught honesty. Some of y'all were raised by liars. There's, some of y'all were raised by truthers. It's okay. We're all human. We were all raised by human. You know what do they say? It was our parents' first time living too. It's okay. But depending on how you were raised and the type of, I guess, I don't know, relationships with lies and truths your parents had goes into how you may have like a relationship with lying and telling the truth. For example, my father, he took telling the truth, especially my mom too. I don't know why I'm just talking about him. The core memory started with him. But my mom and dad both had a very, very big thing about not lying. My mother hates liars. My dad also hates liars. But for him, I remember a good lesson he taught me was like, don't promise things you can't keep because you're basically lying about it. Like that's kind of how he would view it. It's just not good. Why do it? Tell the truth. Don't offer anything you can't give. You'll never be stressed. And I think that's a very straightforward thing. I think it's great. To this day, I don't like promising things I can't promise. I don't promise things often. I don't, at all. Because I don't want to have the stress of not being able to like keep it. And I do feel if you're promising things you can't deliver, it is lying. Just different things like that. We all have different relationships with it in like that way. But yes, because of like how my parents, I guess, felt very strongly about you should be telling the truth, the only reason you should be lying is to save your life or someone else's life. Like, it shouldn't be that big thing. Of course, as a kid, I had my lying stage. As a teenager, had my lying stage. I am somebody. We've all lied before. But I want to get into why it may be important to tell the truth. Let's get into how dishonesty can affect the brain long-term and short-term. Some short-term effects: lying, for one, makes your brain work harder because you have to create and execute like literal gymnastics in your brain to make your lie connect. Lying can trigger feelings of guilt, anxiety, and stress. Lying can suppress insular activity, reducing the individual's awareness of their own discomfort or guilt. As in, the more you lie, the more you genuinely probably don't see the wrong in what you're doing or in what you're lying about. A lot of times I've heard that when people lie enough, they tend to believe their own lies after a while, which is crazy. Lying can disrupt the normal communication between the brain regions, making it more difficult to process information and make decisions. We can, of course, I'm definitely on a medical level. Yes, stress to your brain causes your brain to malfunction. But on like a conversationalist level, when you're lying more, you have to keep up with every last lie that you're doing if you want to keep contact with the person or if you don't want them to find out that you're lying to them. And more than anything, do you see like how that is going to like ruin your quality of life, especially if you're lying about big or small things. I was about to make a case about how the bigger the lie, the worse. No, big or small things. Long-term effects. Structural changes. Repeated lying can lead to structural changes in the brain, particularly in the prefrontal cortex and amygdala. These changes make it easier for individuals to lie in the future. So it sounds like a gateway drug, like, bro. Increased impulsivity. Lying can become more impulsive over time as the brain becomes less sensitive to the negative consequences of deception. The more you lie, the more deceptive of a person you become, and you're kind of just ruining your own character after a certain moment. No one should ever strive for perfection. No, you telling the truth 100% of the time doesn't automatically make you an amazing human being. But it is one of the steps to getting there. And it's healthier for you, just based off of what I'm reading. Reduced empathy. Studies have shown that frequent lying can decrease empathy and compassion as the brain becomes less attuned to the emotions of others. Cognitive decline. Chronic lying can impair cognitive function, inducing memory, attention, and including memory, attention, and problem solving. Oh my goodness. These effects definitely depend on the individual and, of course, the situation. Every situation is different. You telling one lie isn't going to just make you spiral, or it might. It truly depends on who you are as a person. Honesty affects the brain by reducing cognitive burden and stress from maintaining lies, leading to clearer thinking and better mental health. Yeah, aside from better mental health, it also leads to more authentic relationships and increased self-esteem. All that to say that basically, I was gonna set my phone down when I'm still recording on here. All that to say, when you are lying, you are, again, reducing your quality of life. When you're more honest, though it may not always be easy, you are actively helping yourself. I've gotten a little bit, past the research side. I do feel like this is a video that I could have done more research on, but I wanted it to more so be a conversation on honesty and my thoughts on it, while also providing some, I guess, evidence as to why it's just not something we should just do because we want to be good people. Some people genuinely don't care about being good people, but I do. I think you should. And if you don't, those were some reasons why you should consider honesty as a better route in life. As how it affects your relationships with others, truly. I remember, I think it was a year ago, where I read something where it said, when you do something to someone negative, it takes their brain a year to fully trust that you are not going to do it again. But during that year, they need to see you not do, like, you basically need a year of like proving yourself to their brain to prove you're not going to do that again, for them to trust that you're not going to do that specific thing. And that's just the psychology of like how your actions and things may affect others. When we tie this into lying, we view sometimes lying as such small things. I don't. I take lying very seriously. I don't think we should lie to other people unless there is a genuine, real good reason behind it. Yes. So a lot of us don't view lying as big of a thing as maybe I do. Like, it's, and maybe in your head you had a really good reason for lying. I've, in my head, have felt like I've had great reasons for lying before. Everyone has their own things, but, and I'm talking about for the times where you're lying for your own benefit, you're lying because you don't want someone to judge you about something you probably needed to be judged on. I'm talking about where you're affecting other people and it doesn't matter. When you're lying to somebody, their brain has to take a full year to heal from that lie that you told them. And though some people may throw up their hands and shrug their shoulders, that is a really shitty thing to do to somebody. No one should have to heal from your behavior, especially something as easy as telling the truth, even if it's uncomfortable, whatever the case may be. I don't want to sit here and act all uppity like, oh my goodness, it is just so easy to tell the truth all the time and there's never a single time. No, it's not easy to tell the truth, but that's what makes it so great. You being truthful, you choosing honesty, because it's the harder option, because it makes you uncomfortable, is what makes you better. Lying is easy. I think taking the easier choice is always going to be kind of something you can really shrug your shoulder at. Of course, you took the easier choice. It's hard to maintain a good character in today's society because there's so many messed up people out there, and the culture right now is really messed up. Hopefully that gets fixed, but it's really messed up. So I do see there being this, like, I don't know, lean towards let's be the villain. And we can go into, I guess, origins of villain. The term villain was meant to demonize crop workers, but, like, you know, I mean, evil girl era, the world is being evil, so let me be evil too. You could, but I mean, everybody's already doing that, and there's already evil people kind of doing evil things everywhere. To prove that you can actually be your own person, be a genuine good person, and maintain